Welcome back to Summarize Science. Today's AI often stores information in slots, like neat, individual folders on a computer. But our brains are different. They store memories in a vast, interconnected web of neurons. This paper asks a fascinating question. Can we build powerful AI that works more like the human brain without using these rigid slots? The researchers started by looking at a brain-inspired model where each memory is stored in the connections of a single, dedicated memory neuron. However, real neuroscience suggests our memories are distributed, stored across large groups or ensembles of neurons. So, they created a new version called the K-winner model. Here, instead of one neuron holding one memory, each new piece of information is encoded across the connections of a small group of neurons. This method is much more similar to how we believe our own hippocampus, the brain's memory center, operates. When they put it to the test, the results were striking. This new, more brain-like model was significantly better at remembering older information. It sacrifices a tiny bit of accuracy on the newest memories in exchange for a much more robust and graceful long-term memory. Next, they tackled an even bigger challenge: the large language models that power modern AI. These models are so effective because they use slots to look back at the entire history of a conversation to predict what comes next. This slot-based history is also crucial for how they learn from their mistakes. The researchers redesigned a core component of these models, creating a version that stores the history of a conversation directly into its fast-changing connection weights. This means it can learn and recall from the past without needing to keep a growing list of information in separate memory slots. To test this new slot-free AI, they gave it a clever task: read a sequence of letters in different cases, like B, D, A, E. Then, it was queried with a letter, like D, and had to recall if it was uppercase or lowercase, forcing it to remember arbitrary, recent information. Incredibly, their best slot-free model not only learned the task perfectly, but it actually learned faster than a standard, slot-based model. It successfully performed the key functions of memory and learning, all while operating in a more biologically plausible way. This shows that the core functions of advanced AI don't necessarily need the rigid structure we thought they did. So let's recap the two breakthroughs here. First, by designing AI memory to be distributed like the brain's, it can achieve far better long-term retention. Second, it is possible to build AI that learns from context like a modern language model, but without the computer-like slots they currently depend on. What does this all mean for the future of AI? This research provides a roadmap for building artificial intelligence that is more efficient, more powerful, and more fundamentally aligned with the principles of our own minds. It's a huge step in bridging the gap between natural and artificial intelligence.